Grazing beasts of the wild. The realm of hoofed beings, where intelligent, four-legged creatures with robust hooves walk the earth. From the enormous giraffe to the tiny pudu deer, these creatures come in all different sizes and shapes. Some have long, slender legs designed for speed and agility, while some have thick fur to resist harsh winter temperatures. Welcome to the channel, subscribe and let's dive in. Hoofed creatures have captivated the hearts of animal enthusiasts all across the world because they are so diverse. Any animal having hooves, which resemble larger toenails, is referred to as a ungulate in the literal sense. The term ungulate has, however, been applied inconsistently in practice. The phrase, genuine ungulates, was once applied to the orders Artiodactyla, or even-toed, and Perissodactyla, or odd-toed, the real ungulates, but over time it came to refer to 7 other living mammalian orders, some of which had no feet at all. Based on presumptive family ties, relationships that more current research has revealed to be artificial, this definitional expansion was made. As a result, it is now recognized that ungulates have no taxonomic importance, and the term's original descriptive meaning of a mammal with hooves has been reinstated. A hoof is what? In reality, a hoof is essentially an altered toenail. The unguis, a scale-like plate, are finger and toe nails, and the subunguis, a softer layer, found as a very tiny layer on the underside of our fingernails, which connect the unguis to the pad of the digit, are the 2 structures that make up hooves, claws, and nails. Hooves, as opposed to claws and nails, are the main point of contact between a leg and the ground, which is why ungulates are considered to have unguligrade limbs. In ungulates, the subunguis is enclosed in the tough unguis, which forms a cylinder around the tip of the digit. Because the unguis is tougher than the subunguis, it lasts longer and gives the hoof a solid, and occasionally sharp, leading edge. In perissodactyls and some artiodactyls, the pads of the digits are located behind the hooves. In other ungulate artiodactyls, only the hooves support weight, notably the suiforms and ruminantia. Just the middle 2 digits of many artiodactyls touch the ground. If they exist at all, the lateral digits are typically shortened and only make contact with the ground on soft terrain. These lateral digits are referred to as dewclaws or fake hooves as a result. Why have hooves? Early ungulates were forced to adopt a cursorial, running, lifestyle by swiftly moving predators, which is illustrated by the evolution of hooves. Hooves support the entire body weight of ungulates, which explains why they have such a complex structure. Why is this crucial? Only the hooves make contact with the ground, turning the rest of the foot's components into elements of the leg and significantly lengthening the stride. The metapodials are frequently as lengthy as the other sections of the legs in modern ungulates, who have carried this to an extreme. Lifting the heel and toes off the ground also results in more joints moving the legs forward, which quickens the stride. Together, these 2 elements have provided contemporary ungulates with the speed they need to survive, a requirement for evolution that would not have been conceivable without the evolution of hooves. Now that we got a footing of foundation for hooves, let's dive into some exotic variations of the animals that possess this footing. Bison. 2 distinct species of bison exist. The first species, known as American bison, is found mostly in North America, where it inhabits scrubland and river basins. They have big horns that point upward and sideways and are entirely covered in hair, with the exception of a less hairy tail. They can reach a shoulder height of 6 feet 7 inches and weigh between 800 and 2,800 pounds. American bison may breed with cattle and are more easily domesticated than their European cousins. The plains bison and the wood bison are the 2 subspecies of American bison. Deer. Deer have been depicted in art since Paleolithic cave paintings, and they have long been important symbols in mythology, literature, and religion. Red deer, for example, are depicted in the coat of arms of several countries. Their flesh, known as venison, their soft, durable buckskin, and the usage of their antlers as knife handles all contribute to their economic significance. Since the medieval ages, deer hunting has been a common pastime and is still a valuable sport for many families today. Deer can be found in a wide range of biomes, from the tundra to the tropical rainforest. While frequently being linked to woods, many deer are ecotone animals that inhabit regions where forests and thickets meet. Gazelle. Any of many medium-sized antelopes known as gazelles have long necks, level backs, and thin, equally formed limbs. The majority of gazelles have a brown color, white underparts, a dark side stripe, and distinct face markings. They live in the arid regions of Northeast Africa, from the Horn of Africa to Tanzania, North Africa from the Saharan deserts to the sub-Saharan Sahel, and Asia from China to the Arabian Peninsula. The majority of gazelles belong to the family Bovides genus Gazella. Gazelles have developed adaptations to live in waterless steppe, sub-desert, and even desert. They don't need to drink because they can get water from the plants they browse. They may feed very selectively on the most nutrient-dense growth thanks to their tiny jaws and incisor rows. Wild beast. The antelope family includes wildebeest, sometimes known as gnus. They are kin to gazelles and oryxes. A wildebeest can reach a length of 2.4 meters and weigh up to 270 kilos. Typically, wildebeest live in Southeast Africa's Serengeti grasslands. Wildebeest graze in the grassy savannas and open woods of the plains, which cross the borders of Tanzania and Kenya, for the majority of their lives. Wildebeest move in a massive loop each year, numbering over 1.5 million. One of the 7 wonders of the natural world is the annual northwestward migration that occurs at the end of the rainy season. There are risks involved in the pursuit of safer pastures. Several rivers that are mostly populated by enormous Nile crocodiles traverse its migration route. Yak. Although they readily interbreed with different species of cattle, wild yaks are frequently referred to as a separate species to set them apart from domestic yaks. Cows weigh less than half as much as wild yaks, which are larger, with bulls towering up to 2 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing over 800 kilograms. Yaks are regarded as hairy cattle in China because to their thickly fringed long black hair that covers a shorter, insulating blackish or brown undercoat. The color of domesticated yaks varies greatly, and white splotches are frequent. Although the exact date of yak domestication is unknown, it is most likely that they were first bred as pack animals for the caravans traveling the Himalayan trade routes. Yaks' red blood cells are larger and more numerous than those of cattle, which increases the blood's capacity to carry oxygen. Their lung capacity is roughly 3 times that of cattle. Llama. While it lacks a hump, the llama is a South American relative of the camel. Llamas have long been employed as pack animals by indigenous cultures. They often carry loads weighing between 50 and 75 pounds. They can travel up to 20 miles in a single day while carrying such weight. Large quantities of cargo may be transported over even the Andes' most difficult terrain by pack trains of llamas, which can number several hundred animals. Only to a certain extent are llamas obedient pack animals. A llama that is overweight will simply stand still. These animals frequently crouch on the ground and may hiss, spit, or even kick at their owners in an effort to lighten their load. Ram. Bighorn sheep males called rams frequently engage in head-to-head combat to settle disputes. Rams are mountain dwellers. Rams can be recognized by their long, curving horns, long fur, and split hooves, which help to distinguish them from mountain goats. An antelope, a bison, a buffalo, a cow, and a goat are all related to bighorn sheep, which are also bovines. In the Rocky Mountains of North America, where they can be found from Mexico to Canada, bighorn sheep can be found. With their rough-bottomed hooves, which provide the sheep more traction, they live in the rocky terrain, balancing on the boulders. Because of their incredible balance, bighorn sheep can stand on ledges that are only 2 inches wide. They are also capable of a 20-foot jump and a quick 15 miles per hour climb up a mountain. Mountain goats are the only stronger climbers than humans in the animal kingdom. These creatures are absolutely phenomenal and beautiful. What really keeps them so strong is the way they evolved over the years to be supportive, beneficial, and absolutely ruthless when their safety is threatened. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.